Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well, and welcome back to another episode of Anime Roomy. The members with us today are...
I'm lovely, lively pink, Sakura.
I'm your Blue Ranger Onesan, Yuri.
And I'm your MC, a touch of sweet and sour yellow, Yuzu. We'll be hanging out with these members today, so let's jump right into it. So Yuri, have you been watching anything recently that you'd like to share with us?
There's a show that just concluded not too long ago. The Japanese title of it was Kongming. Kongming is Kongming, the strategist of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms, the Chinese classic novel. What first caught my eye about the show, there were two things. First of all, it's by a studio I like very much called PA Works. PA Works does a lot of very interesting anime original shows. They had like a Wacky Races type of show almost that was called Appare Ranman in 2020. They've did second season of Uchouten Kazoku and Hanasaku Iroha also, but they're probably best known for Shirobako. I think that really put them on the map. So they've done all kinds of really cool things. This was not an original. It's an adaptation of a manga, but it made me interested to see what PA Works would do with it because I tend to like almost everything they put out. The other thing was the localized title chosen for the English release. Because party pee is a kind of hard word to translate.
It's for party people.
Used in a very specific way where it's sort of like fancy people that go out to nightclubs and like to dance but also be fashionable.
So like Yaju, but more specific?
Yeah, a little bit that are really into club culture, but also music. The title they chose for it for the English release was Ya Boy Kongming. Your Boy Kongming.
No, like I could see why.
I love it. It's just so good. It tells you what the show is about, the whole tone of the show, instantly. I wish I thought of it. It makes me laugh every time I think of it. So with a title like that, I had to find out what was going on there. And it's about Zhuliang Kongming, a figure in the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. So he dies in the Battle of Wuzhang Plain, I believe. He wishes his next life will be somewhere peaceful and free of war as he's dying. So he's reborn in present-day Japan. He just sort of pops up in the middle of a Halloween party at a Tokyo club where all the party people take him clubbing thinking he's this cool new guy who just dresses like some Chinese dude from centuries ago. But that's the hot new thing to this clique that picks him up. So before he knows it, he ends up saving the life of an aspiring musician. In despair, tries to throw herself in front of a train, but she's stopped by a friend, and then she and Kongming get involved when, having poofed into modern-day Tokyo, he kind of needs a job. He ends up working at a music, focused bar called BB Lounge, run by a guy who's a big Three Kingdoms otaku. So of course, he's very happy to have the real Kongming working in his bar, but being a master strategist and also wanting to help out Eiko, the female protagonist, he hatches a plot to successfully start a bunch of record companies so he can use them to launch his greatest fourth one, which is going to be called the Fourth Kingdom, and get Eiko's career off the ground at the same time. But the setting is all in Shibuya nightclub culture, and it's about the ridiculousness and the trend chasing, the hip hop influence and techno influence of the current club music, but also about the weird sort of way that people that are really into that scene in places like Shibuya, Tokyo, seem to be superficial, but also very quick to be friendly and accepting, even of people who seem like real weirdos. So it's a nice portrait of this little subculture Japan, and it's just a wonderful comedy There's some really fun performance scenes from which you can tell they didn't have a huge budget, but they do them very creatively. And the music's great. Not only does the opening kick butt, not only is Kaide's music voice performed by Kuroneko.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Eiko, like the reason I got into it was because Kuroneko, one of my favorite utaite, she's like the singing voice, right? So the ending is also sung by her. So I thought that was like really amazing that she's doing that. So I was really happy you brought it up. So thank you, Yuri. So Yuri has been watching Kawaii Otaku recently, and if you're interested in it, make sure to check it out if you haven't yet.
Check it out.
Mikan's OTA-KATSU Diary.
Hey Roomies! So today, I think I wanted to talk a little about anime collaboration with brands that I'm seeing all over Japan. That's been super exciting and fun. I think one that is really popular recently and getting a lot of traction is the Blue Period and Burberry collab. And I went to see that myself too, which was really fun. And, you know, I think they incorporated it really well. I think it was like a good match. And I think another one that is pretty big here was the Jujutsu Kaisen and Dolce & Gabbana collab. I don't know, I think it's super cool. And like, I just see people wearing the stuff, putting the stuff on, you know, just like a pretty general ones like Uniqlo and a lot of different animes, people wearing those t-shirts. I don't know, I think that's like a really fun thing to look at. And I hope that like more brands do that. And I can kind of like collect a little more of like something that's in between anime and fashion, you know, are both one of my largest hobbies. So, you know, I'm looking forward to those.
Mikan's OTA-KATSU Diary.
Today's special corner is
Oshi-Kai.
So in this corner, we share out about our favorite voice actors, manga, idols, characters, and more. And this time, I will be sharing, and I'm super excited for this corner, but this time, topic will be about one of my favorite idol groups, Stones. And I have already mentioned them earlier.
Last time we learned how to spell their name.
Yeah, so Stones, you spell it 6 tones, and it's just like one word together, and then the tones part is all capitalized. And so it's a 6-member Johnny's idol group. The 6 members are Tanaka Juri, Kyomoto Taiga, Matsumura Hokuto, Jessie, Koichi Yugo, and then Morimoto Shintaro. And my favorite member is Jessie. And I think I also mentioned him in the earlier episode where one of the card topics was about like a favorite phrase that you've been into recently. And I talked about zudon, which is a phrase from Jessie. And so they had their CD debut in 2020 with Imitation Rain. And that song was actually written and composed by Yoshiki from X Japan.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you get a great song.
Yeah, a flashy first CD debut song. And they've also appeared on The First Take on YouTube. Do you guys know about The First Take?
Yes, you told us about it previously. It's a cool, maybe we didn't talk about it on the show. Joe Abachi, who I like, have also done it. It's a cool series. Tell us about it, please.
Oh, so yeah, The First Take is a YouTube channel, and they basically invite singers who basically go there and sing their song the first take. That's all I can say. Like, it's like it just, they show up and they sing, and then that's what they upload. And they have other singers like Lisa, and she sang like Gurenge and like all her Kimetsu songs. But maybe you can find some of your favorite artists there as well. So Stones appeared on The First Take on YouTube with their 2 songs, Imitation Rain and Everlasting. And I think that's where they also gained a lot of fans because they were the first singers invited for the 2022 The First Take YouTube. So that was like the first video that came up for the 2022 year. So hopefully you're all able to get a feel about, you know, what they do and what kind of group they are. Did you have any questions?
Oh yeah, tell us how'd you fall in love with them and what's particular song that got your attention at first for the Stones?
I just got into them through YouTube. You know, they just showed up on my feed one day, and I was like, I'll like give it a try. It's Johnny's, and I love Johnny's, so I tried, and I really like their songs. And I think that one of the songs that I really like is, that's really hard though. I feel like if I had to get one person to sing, like listen to one song, it might be Strawberry Breakfast. It's like a very upbeat and cute song. Also, the music video is really pretty, and I like they're all just wearing suits, and like they're after, like, I don't know, it's a very idol-y kind of music video. They're all like trying to get this one girl's attention, but she's obviously like, I don't.
The girl that the viewer is supposed to imagine herself as.
Yes.
But I think the music is really easy to listen to for that song. Yeah. And then also the visual is on point, but that's for every music video.
Nice.
I really like Johnny's and like J-pop in general because they show up in like variety shows, the Japanese variety TV shows, and I just love seeing that, like, you know, side of the idols as well. Like you would never expect them to like be like that, but
some idols really on variety shows can be really. They give Perfume their own dedicated variety show called. That was one of the coolest Japanese like non-fiction shows I've ever seen. They would all talk about Kininaru Koto, and if something interested the whole panel, then a pro would explain to them why it is that people stand on the left side of an escalator and walk on the right side, or where the tail begins on a snake, things like that.
Wow.
I would like to do a show like that.
Yeah, that's and I think the thing that really drew me into really liking Stones is like the gap moe. Like they seem so cool and like composed and like kakkoi on stage. But then like you watch their YouTube channel videos and you're just like, I didn't expect them to be like this. It's like a group of like high schoolers, like, you know, danshi kokosei kind of vibe. They all like seem to get along really well. They all like, you know, tease each other, and I really like the gap moe.
Yeah, I think that's something that's like really unique to like Japanese music / entertainment culture, is that like people aren't always how they are on stage, or they don't always have a face. You know, like you see like Kylie Jenner on her Instagram, boom, she's always on, always looking the specific way that her brand looks. But like with, you know, some Japanese entertainment cultures
and others. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, you're good. No, it's like, you know, it's like it's really different. And it's like that kind of thing that you find relatable about the people who make the music you like, that you can not latch onto, that sounds really obsessive, but you can find you can idolize, for lack of a better term. I think that's really unique and beautiful, and just looking at these boys on this stage.
And then before this corner comes to an end, I just want to recommend 2 songs. So the first one is called Ordinary Hero. I really like the meaning of the song, but also like the way they sing it, and it's really pretty, and it's like something that I listen to every morning, like when I'm getting ready. Like, okay, I can get through this day. And then the second one is actually it was a song that was a part of Sony's Link Buds S commercial campaign. It's called Ongaku, and I love the song so much. I ended up buying Sony's Link Buds S just because of the commercial, and I wanted to get the matching pair with my favorite group member, Jessie, so I got the black ones.
You gotta have your Oshi's goods.
Yeah, I'm gonna be twinning with them.
Aww.
So I hope you're able to kind of understand a little bit more, and also kind of maybe get interested in them, because I totally am willing to have like, you know, fangirl talks later in the future as well.
Oh man, sometimes the Johnny's groups move so quickly these days. Once in a while I'll go to check on a group that was very popular the last time I was into Johnny's at all, and I'm like, I wonder what they're doing, and it's like they're now inactive, or you know, they're on hiatus while they all pursue solo projects. It's like how quickly time passes, and now a brand new group is on top of the charts. But you know, it's great when one comes along that really clicks with you like that. Like,
yeah, like when talents mesh, that's like a really good feeling of like, this guy might not be great at singing, but man, does he, dance? Or you may not be great at dancing, but man, does he sing? Like, it's really nice to see that camaraderie amongst talented people. So they are just perfectly on the screen, just making your day.
Yeah, so you can check out Stones on YouTube. They have their own YouTube channel. They post videos of them just like doing different things, but they also have their music videos and performance videos there. They're very easy to access online, and you can totally get into them. And if you do, definitely tweet us at #AnimeRoomy. Tell us, who your favorite member is or what your favorite song is. And so that was today's Oshi-Kai, and that was about Stones, my Oshi idol group. And make sure to stick around to find out the next Oshi-Kai topic. So I'm really looking forward to seeing whose Oshi-Kai topic will be next. And what did you guys think of today's corner?
I think it was a very good combo of Johnny's and party people.
I think it ended up,
a good one. But I enjoyed hearing about Stones. The name, when you explained it to us last time, made me curious enough to look it up. And I learned that one of the images for the group was that they're like stones, like unpolished gems, diamonds in the rough.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And I do remember there was an era of Johnny's and sort of like the big, very produced pop idols, very similar to like a lot of the K-pop idols today, where the image is very managed, they're very produced, and they're supposed to be good at everything all the time and flawless. And this sort of shift into the performers being allowed to be a little more natural because they want people to relate to them is kind of cool, because it's bringing, I don't know if it's real authenticity, it might be pretty manufactured authenticity, but
man, do we love it.
It's an interesting new territory for one of the cornerstone sort of sub-genres of Japanese pop. So I think that's pretty cool.
Before we end, please check out our website and Twitter account and tweet us your questions, comments, and anything else at #AnimeRoomy. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye, Roomy!
Bye-bye, Roomy!